Hello everybody, it is JD here and welcome to tonight's No Money Spent episode. Today is a video that I never ever expected to be making. Grading was introduced to the game 2 years ago. Last year, it looked horrendous and was useless. This year, it still doesn't look very good and it is still useless. However, 2K has driven me to go crazy. And do you want to see my team? Want to see my team? It's gone. Apart from Magic Johnson, but that's because he's tradable. Everybody else, all of my trophy case cards, my Dark Matter Tim Duncan, my Pink Diamond Tim Thomas, everybody has been sent to be graded by the experts at 2K. X for doubt. We have got 1 10 box, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, these are the only 10 boxes that we are allowed to open on this game because, you know, VC only runs this world. So we're going to open up all of these today. We're going to see what my Dark Matters and what my Galaxy Opals and what all of my 26 trophy case cards come back as. And I'll tell you guys why I've decided to do that this year as well. Because again, like, I still don't think it's worth it. It's pretty damn pointless. But it's more of like a therapy thing, shall we say. So let's jump into it. Let me know down below your experiences of grading cards this year. Have you had any good? Do you bother? Do you not? Do you care? Do you not? Let me know any and all thoughts down below. But let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for the daily videos and check out facebook.com/JDCrossover for the daily streams. So, grading. What does it do? Well, it's meant to give you a bonus amount of MT at the end of every game. However, you can have a full graded team of all 13 players, and in the bottom right, it would still just say small bonus or like tiny bonus. It doesn't really make any sense, and the bonus MT you get is negligible at best. And every game you play, regardless, is capped to I believe it's 1,250 MT. So if you run a game of domination, so you know last year and a year before, you had to hit a certain amount of MT to you know, complete a game of domination. You had to hit like 1,000 MT or whatever. Even if you ended the MT, end of the game, and at the end of the game screen it said, you know, you've earned 1,500. When you actually came out of the game and you looked how much was actually added, it was 1,250 because it's capped every game. So it really is pointless. Obviously, last year it looked horrendous. This year, who's graded on my team? This Zion's graded. This year it doesn't look as bad, but I still, if I'm buying somebody, I would not buy a graded card. So I'm thinking, well, hang on, if you wouldn't buy a graded card, why the hell have you just sent off your best cards to get graded when they could come back with a 7? The reason is to kind of like, again, like it's kind of like a therapy thing. I don't know. It's just for me to like push myself away from this game in some regard. It's for me to just like say, you know, I'm over it. Again, in some ways, because we put so many hours into this game, too many hours into this game, so much time, so much passion as well. We're so passionate for this franchise, and it's just not been reciprocated in the slightest. I've played nearly 600 hours since this game was released. This trophy case has just driven everybody to either burn out, or not burn out the game. It's driven everybody to get burnt out, or it's driven everybody away from the game because it's just overly complicated and unnecessary. And if you did, you know, go for it like we have, you just end up sitting here completely burnt out, not wanting to play the game. You know, I've got to play another 70 games of clutch time to get another 61 games of clutch time to get 2 more centerpieces. Then unlimited, we've got to go ahead and get ourselves another, what is that, 18,000 points to complete it, which is like 50 hours or something stupid, or like 45, 50 hours. It's just completely ridiculous, the amount of time that is needed to participate in this game. I do not have a Timeless Hollow. Do I have Shades of cards? I do. I have a feeling this is going to be a long exhibition, but we're going to give it a go. Fishing and Friends. I can't see, my mic's in the way. 2 days! Oh, disaster. Don't do that one, guys. I've now got 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 20 hours, and then I can't do this one. Not great. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning behind grading cards. It's just for me to, like, tell myself, you know, you're over this game. You know, it's not worth the amount of time that we put into it. The franchise is not putting in the same passion that we have for this game. The communication is absolutely non-existent, and the good ideas that they have done previously just seem to get completely washed away every single time. So that's kind of the reasons why we have decided to go ahead and do this. And just kind of prove how ridiculous it is. Like, it's completely random. So somebody gets a 10, somebody gets a 7, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. And it's been 2 years of this same system, which is just, yeah, silly to say the least. So we've got 50 cards to get through. I don't know what's in what. This might be golds, actually. It's not. Okay, so we are straight in with the pink diamonds. Okay, so trophy case cards. We have got Jermaine O'Neal. Was decent enough for a little bit. Didn't really use him too much. We then move to Rip Hamilton. Good. Good. Hey, well, I didn't think I ever really used that Rip Hamilton card, so nothing crazy. Hey, look, it's me! I'm excellent. Let's go. Hey, on a personal level, if I'm excellent, I'm going to take that. Moving on. Devin Booker. I would not give that guy a 9. So near mint for Booker. We have got near mint for Dikembe. And I know I've already started with 5 here. But let me know down below right now how many flawless cards, which are 10 out of 10s, how many 10 out of 10s are we going to get? So obviously the first 5 have given us number. We've still got 45 to go. As for Dikembe, never used him, and I don't think I ever will. We move on to Manu. Good. Nice little 7. Oh, Brandon Ingram. Good. Nice little 7. Just completely ruining the card. Steve Francis, the highest so far. The highest so far? 9.5? Yeah, so 9.5 is the highest so far. You can get 9.75 as well. Steve Francis, 9.5. We then go to Kyle Korver. Good. Actually, I've heard he's actually pretty damn good. Ooh, and we get our first flawless. And it's Allen Iverson. Maybe he's in, like, protest of him being Season 3 level 40 last year. And everybody, like, clowning on him for that. And then this year, 2K topped it and gave us Trae Young. Maybe he's got his own back there. Where is he going to sit then? He's going to be down here, isn't he? Flawless 10 on Allen Iverson. Again, a card I've never used and will never use. Next box. Who are we starting with? We're starting with a Larry Johnson, who gets a 9.25. We go to Sean Kemp, who gets an 8. Obviously going to be this season's beyond level 40. Oh, James Worthy got good. That's somebody on my main team. Oh, is this a box with my main team in it? This might be the box with my main team in it. We'll see after this pick. It is. This is the box with my main team. So Kareem gets a 9.75, which is good, but it's not as good as Pristine. James Worthy only got 7, which is good, but it's not good. I think Tim Duncan might be in this one. Danny Manning gets a 9.5. Is this the box with my team in it? Or maybe not. Steve Smith gets a 9.75, but Reem 9.75 is quite cool. John Wall is our bench point guard. 9.5 because he's untradeable. Eddie Jones coming in and 8. Dark Matter Tim Duncan is in here somewhere. Al Horford gets a 7, rightly so. And Richard Jefferson, who I've never used, gets an 8. Okay, so Reem at 9.75. We're not mad at that. Again, there's one Dark Matter in here somewhere. Opal AD is in here somewhere. Opal Patrick Ewing is in here somewhere. Derrick Rose gets a 7, rightfully so. Don't like the card. Brandon Jennings, never used him. Probably wouldn't like the card. Zion, untradeable. Oh, Embiid, 9.25. Don't know about that one. Chief, we'll never be using him. Gordon Hayward, never used him, but people did say he was half decent, 9.5. I think this is just old. Yeah, these are cards that I don't use. Zubac, 9.25. Don't care about that. Allen Houston, never going to use him. That's an 8. Brook Lopez, never going to use him. That's a 9. And Jeremy Lin, good. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. We've got 20 cards left. Tim Duncan's in it. There's one box that has, like, my main team in it. And I think it might be this box. Scottie Pippen, 9. Love that card. Still like him. Jimmy Butler, 9.25. This is my team box, this is. 9.5 for Jim Jimmer. We do like that. 7 Oh, why have you done this? Oh, 7 on Westbrook as well. Oh, no. Where's Tim Duncan? 9.75 on Clyde LeGlide. 9.25 on Timmy Himmy Thomas. Tim Duncan gets an 8. I mean, it says excellent on it. It's an 8. I mean, you know, at least it wasn't a 7. That would have completely ruined the card. Next up, Trae Young gets the lowest. You know what? Rightfully so. Serves you right, Trae. Trash. Bargnani's obviously not in the main team. And then the final one in this box is Patrick Ewing gets an 8. So, through 40 cards, we've got 110 and that's it. We've got 1. Big Z, 9.5. Elton Brand, never going to use him. 8. We get Jordan Poole with a 9. I don't think I need any of these cards. Steve Nash at a 7. Sabonis at a 7. And again, like as we come towards the end of that, it's just such a ridiculous gimmick that they really should have just put whatever resources they use to make this, just put them literally anywhere. Put them towards stopping the error codes this year. That'd be quite nice. If you could ever fix that. Or, you know, making the auction house a better experience. That'd be quite nice. But the fact that this came back for a second year, pretty much the same as it was the first year, which was already rubbish. It's pretty embarrassing. But, you know, that is just the 2K way at this point in time. Right, so let's put our team together. And let's see just how bad it looks now. We have got Clyde off the bench. Who do I even start at small forward? Oh, Mr. Timmy Thomas, of course. Then we have AD there, and then we have Mr. Kareem there. So it says a medium bonus so far. We'll see what that says at the end of this. I think we then have James Worthy. He's got a 7, which is brutal. We then have Tim Duncan. We then have Patrick Ewing. And then I guess we could go with Derek Rose. I really don't want to use Derek Rose, but we'll put him down there, I suppose. Scottie Pippen come through, and then I don't really want to use any of those guys. We'll just take Brook Lopez, I suppose. So this is a large MT bonus, and that is my team all graded. Oh, it just does look awful. 9.5, 9.5, 9.25, 7, 9.75 off the bench, 7, 9.25, 7, 8, 8. No, we don't really care about Derek Rose, and then a 9 for Scottie Pippen as well. So there we go. I mean, that was a bit of fun, I suppose. Now my Tim Duncan is forever tied to being an 8.0. My Anthony Davis is forever tied to being a 7. Love that from AD. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? I mean, like, why is it not based on, like, if you put badges on the cards, if you put shoes on the cards, your stats with the player? You know, if you play 100 games with a card and then you grade it, it automatically comes back flawless. You know, a tiered system like that would make sense. But no, it's based off of complete randomness, but apparently it's a team of experts. I feel like we've been lied to quite a lot, because I'd like to talk to the expert that saw AD and was like, that's a 7, that's only a good, that's a 7. I mean, like, fair enough, the guy who gave Trae Young a 7, you know, give him a promotion. But a guy who saw this AD and give him a 7, I don't know, it's almost like they've lied. Almost like they've lied. But there we go, we opened up 5 10-pack boxes, which again, on a no money spent account, is the most 10-pack boxes we'll ever be able to open, because everything in this game is VC only. But there we go, guys. You know, it's just a bit of fun, just again to prove myself that, you know, we're kind of overtaking this game seriously. We're over caring about this game too much, because again, we have got more passion than they clearly seem to show at this point in time, which is very sad. But that is just a reality of the situation, and we've come to grips with that, and that's okay. That's okay. I would actually play obviously Magic in this lineup. He's going to look like a sore thumb now, and he's going to stand out like a so-and-so. I don't really want to grade him, though, because, again, he is tradable, and I still wouldn't want to buy a card that's graded. Oh, he looks so stupid. Oh, Magic. Still says a large MT bonus, but, again, do you know how much I had to pay for these? By the way, do you know how much that cost me to get those 10 boxes? Quite a lot is the answer, quite a lot. Let me just put in... We'll just put in 10 diamonds here, just to show you guys what a diamond would cost, or a box of 10 diamonds cost. I believe the most expensive box I had to do was 8,500. So that costs 4.5k just to get some diamonds out here. Don't do it again. But I believe it was like 8k for the most expensive one. So we probably paid like 30, 40k for the privilege of those experts sending my AD back as a 7. You gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable. There we go. It's done now. And there's no turning back. I will also be doing the same with the rest of the trophy case. So these last 4 pink diamonds, the Dr. J Dark Matter, and then of course the grand prize for completing the entire game, the Dark Matter Larry Bird, because we're never going to use him anyway realistically until he gets updated. He will also be sent away to be graded. But there we go, guys. Something different today, a little bit of fun, because, you know, we've got to make the content on this game. But that's going to do it for me today. Let me know down below what you think about the graded team and how that went. And if you guessed 1 flawless card out of 50, then congrats, you smashed it. And the only one we got back as a flawless was this guy right here, who we're never ever going to use, because, you know, he's 6 foot. So good job, 2K. Love that. Big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. As usual, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Oh dear. And peace.